Well,
Nice.
speaking of, guess we could jump into wrestling. Wrestling news. We got a lot in the pipeline today. Got three stories. First one, we'll be talking about Chris Jericho, who's actually celebrating his 35th anniversary of his wrestling debut. He wrestled his first match on October 2nd, 1990, against Lance Storm. And on the 35th anniversary of his debut, Jericho took to social media to reflect a bit. And this is what he said. Crazy to think it's been 35 years to the day of my very first match on October 2nd, 1990. I faced Lance Storm in Ponoka, Alberta at the Ponoka Moose Hall in front of about 85 people. Match ended in a 10-minute draw, and I remember every little thing as if it happened only yesterday. I got paid $30, a 20, and a 10 in parentheses. I've had a wonderful, amazing 1 in a million career since then, and I want to thank all of you from around the entire world for joining me for certain parts or even all of it. And the good news is, it ain't over yet, he wrote. So Chris Jericho, of course, is currently signed to AEW, but hasn't been on TV since about April. And Jericho's contract runs through December of this year. So basically, if he wanted to, he could join the Royal Rumble. But I guess I guess I think I want to approach this segment from you could approach it from a couple of perspectives, and we are talking about the 35th anniversary of Jericho's debut. So I guess I want to ask you, like Andre, so when you hear 35 years, what do you feel like is the first thing that comes to mind about like his career for you? Like, what do you remember about Chris Jericho's career that sticks out?
Um, his debut in WWE was in Chicago, actually, I believe, right? Like I do, I always remember the commercials leading up to his debut, like the Y2J logo, and there was like the countdown going into that. But to
Yeah.
be honest, like I don't. That was like not my first introduction. I actually used to watch him in WCW, and I remember absolutely not liking him at all. I hated his character. I thought he was so annoying. But I mean, that's just what he was doing,
Perfect.
But he was a good wressler though, for sure. Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, to be honest, I hear 35 years. I feel really old hearing that. Not gonna lie. Um, like, oh man, oh god.
Yeah, I mean, almost 40
When it comes to
years. I
mine,
mean,
his debut though,
yeah.
mostly in WWE, because that was like a big moment. That was back here and in the All-State, and he had a good promo with The Rock actually. That was a good segment actually. I do remember that.
Oh, right, yeah, because The Rock was in the ring when he debuted, right? And that was kind of wild because it like the internet existed, and I guess like that was kind of like I feel like it was like early like wrestling boards type stuff because I feel like that kind of like contract dispute and all that kind of stuff. It's not like it's like a widely known thing, right? Like not as much as it is now, where it's like a whole industry of dirt sheets and all that kind of stuff, contract disputes. So when people were like cheering and they just saw the name on the Titantron, and then they were going ballistic. Like that was impressive. Like people were talking before he even showed up, and there were like people already with signs in Chicago. But like, go figure. Like Chicago has a bunch of smarks who like read up on wrestling news and create a sign before he even debuts. Because I think there was like Millennium Man, Chris Jericho, or something like that was in the crowd. Um, yeah, I mean that's a big one for sure. Was the one where he was doing the list like that he rolls out like a giant scroll? Was that in WCW?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listing out the moves. Yeah.
He was feuding with Malenko,
Yeah. See, like I know
because
like you
Malenko's
thought
the
he was
man
like
of
a
1,000
snivelly
holds.
like jackass, but
Yeah,
like that's funny.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's one of the things that I like because I was really into like Chris Jericho as a wrestler, and I read both of his books that came out. So like for me, I feel like the thing that sticks out like in my head, and that's again, it's probably because like I really got into wrestling again, was his 2008 like best in the world like heel slow talking like wearing a suit type gimmick. I feel like that was probably his best um version of himself, and I was
Mm.
just really yeah, like he was just great. Like that was one of the few highlights during those years too, was like him feuding with Shawn Michaels. Just really great stuff. David,
Actually,
yeah, or go ahead,
I'm sorry. You took it when he had a suit, right? So I think that's specifically he didn't have any merch or anything like that, and his character was just very like tame versus all the other like times when he was like as like Y2J or whatever, right?
Yeah, he re-debuted. He had the whole Save Us Y2J like vignettes, and people were assuming that it was Chris Jericho in like 2007. And he came out in his like classic like Millennium Man like outfit. He had like the black pants, like a holographic vest. He had short hair. And
Okay.
yeah, so he was doing like that Jericho thing for like that latter half of the year because I think he re-debuted in the fall too. And then in 2008, he was doing the slow talking, like suit wearing. And then he changed the trunks, which I think was a first for him because I feel like he did like tights most of his
Yeah.
career. So then
Yes.
he basically, I think that was his way of like changing the gimmick and his character style. He's like, all right, I'm gonna do trunks, wear suits. Yeah, I mean, it was great. But yeah, David, what about you? When you think of like Chris Jericho and his 35-year career, what kind of comes to mind for you?
Definitely like him in the mid card from like
Mhm.
2000, 2002, and then even like his undisputed title run.
Yeah, like the red
Yeah.
tips.
Yeah. And then like also like when I seen him in WWF at the time, like I remember when I was younger and like seeing him in WCW, and I used to just like I didn't really know much about him, but I used to like crack up when he would do the foot on their chest pin, the come on baby,
Oh yeah,
and then
Yeah.
just kick out. Like I used to love that as a kid.
yeah, that was awesome. And I remember that in SmackDown versus Raw, like that was like a pin you can do and
Yeah.
attach it to a car. I got a kick out of that.
And
Chris, what do you? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
like I used to love like his promos when he would like butcher whoever's name, like whether it be like Benoit or Angle, or just like whoever just get their names wrong all the time.
Yeah, that's probably where
It's like
Santino Morella got it from.
true. But yeah, just like that stuff. It- yeah,
Chris,
some bangers.
when you think of like his different when his different names, like his different characters, I guess you want to call it. You had Lionheart, you had Y2J, best in the world, the suit wearing heel, the
The
Painmaker, the
Ocho.
Ocho. What do you feel like is the greatest version of Chris Jericho?
Fozzy, full stop. Nah. um,
Judas?
honestly, yeah. I mean, like, I feel like when he came into AEW and he did the Painmaker stuff, that was just another reinvention, and you have to give him credit that he was able to reinvent himself so many times and like generally successfully where it caught on to some level where it wasn't just like, oh shit, there's no traction to this, because even the last thing with the high guys stuff, like even that shit
Mhm.
got on for a bit. um
Yeah.
but yeah, me personally, I think that 07, 08, 09, Chris Jericho and Jerry Show, baby. Remember that tag team?
The peak is here. That was like the valley.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely the list. I mean, the list was great. Like
yeah.
that was definitely
This was awesome. Yeah, I love that.
the last like good thing he did in WWE, and then all the AEW stuff. I think he did really well, because the most thing that's imprinted in my mind right now would definitely be his AEW stuff, and just that damn Judas song. Like that song is just fucking stuck in your head.
That's
That in
true.
itself deserves an accolade.
That's true.
First champ, first
Yeah.
heavyweight champ.
AEW's first champ. Yeah, I mean, if you want to like, and that speaks again to like his career. Like at that time, he was already 30 years into his career, or 29, give or take, because they debuted what 2019.
Yeah,
So like 29-ish years. I mean, just way to legitimize like your company, you can have like a world champ Chris Jericho. Like that's pretty great, and that's credit to him and his longevity and everyone's recognition of his career, right? Um, And I'm trying to think, like, can you guys think of any other wrestler that remained as consistently relevant across so many different companies? Like, he was in WCW, WWE, New Japan, AEW. He's done Mexican
ECW.
wrestling promotions, ECW. Has there been anybody who's been that successful, like, at his level and across all those different companies?
I would
Probably
say
like
Cody Rhodes, maybe?
Flair back
Flair,
because
yeah.
he could move, him
Yeah.
and Dusty could move territory. So like Dusty, but it's rare and it was something that went away for a long time. So it's hard to gauge.
modern time. I would say it's Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
When I say modern, I mean like 90s. If we want to call 90s modern.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because there really hasn't been
Internet and
anybody.
beyond.
Yeah, right. Like internet age, the
Mm.
age of the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I could also
Uh,
say like Cody Rhodes because like he was top in AEW, he founded it. He's top in WWE. He was pretty up there in New Japan. I feel like no.
He
Um,
was like he up mid card, upper mid card, sometimes
yeah,
sneak to the main event
I'd
like
say like
anybody else.
successful. Yeah, I
No,
could
he
say
definitely
he's
was.
successful. Kenny
Moxley,
Omega, Sting. Oh, Sting. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
Sting.
TNA, AEW, WWE, WCW. Yeah, Sting's another one for sure.
Mox.
Like
I
total
guess his son debuted in was it GCW or some promotion?
No, so I already forgot where, and I'm gonna shared it. Oh, it's somewhere with Darby though.
Yeah, because it was like a match against him or something, or tag team, you know.
That's awesome. What a
Yeah.
through line to kind of continue that story because he tagged with him in his last match.
Spinning image
then-
though.
Yeah. Is he
Yeah.
doing like a bleach blonde surfer type thing or
No,
what
he's
is
got
he-
dark hair, short dark hair.
Does he have face
Steven
paint?
Borden.
Nah, no face paint.
No future W or WWE. He's probably gonna sign with AEW probably.
Hell yeah, they put his dad
He was
over, man.
Yeah.
He was in a tag match with JD Drake of the Workhorsemen
Mm.
and against Darby and Cross.
Yeah, that's what it
Oh
was.
dang. Cross
Yeah, he's
finds
good.
his way in a feud. and-
AW.
He's getting signed. He just went against two AEW. Like JD Drake's like super trusted it.
Yep.
So let me ask you guys this. So
That's it.
The post that Jericho tweeted said it ain't over yet, and his contract, of course, is reportedly up in December, and he's been off since April. What do you guys think his next move is?
Occam's razor says Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it.
You think they have a spot for him right now? Get with all these like superstars and things.
Oh yeah, they'll make space.
I mean, if you really think about it, like especially in WWE, it's like the same rotation of people week in, week out. So I don't see why throwing a bone and then tangoing with, I don't know, Kevin Owens. Nah.
That's true. I mean, and also like again, like I think we have to take into account like TNA, AAA, NXT. Like there's a lot of promotions to spread your talent around, and we've seen it, you know. So I mean, like I guess I could see. I don't know if he says it ain't over yet, and I'm curious if does he want to wrestle until he's like Ric Flair's age?
I don't think so.
Nah.
I don't think so.
He'll hit
I
like
do
6.
think
He'll
he
get like
loves it.
Sting's age. Sting's age, and he's done.
Seeing like 65. Like, got another
Maybe
decade,
60.
you know?
Maybe. How old is he now? 50?
I think
Mid
it's a little more than
50s?
50. I think it's hold on. 54. He's turning 55 November 9th.
You got another 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, that's kind of crazy, like the kind of stuff that he does at 54. Like, also, let alone like Sting, insane man, like going through tables and glass at 65 or whatever it was. So,
I mean,
some
him
people are
being
just
a
made of different stuff.
50-year-old man doing like painmaker shit and all that.
I mean, yeah, also that. I mean, just willingly falling on your back in your 50s. I mean, I guess because you've been like your back is like so calloused up, probably you're just used to it, but still, you know, like people who don't do it for like a year or so and then they get thrown back into it, like AJ Lee was saying, like she forgot like how much this shit hurts, you know, and she's like not our age, but like a little older than us. And yeah, I mean, it hurts, and he's in his 50s and he's still doing it. So, you know, props to him. Do you guys agree? Do you think he's gonna go in the Royal Rumble, or do you think there's a chance he's gonna renew his AEW contract? And
I mean, that'd be a swerve for sure if he went to AEW. Maybe need a time off, get in shape, or whatever, reset. You know?
yeah. Because I always feel like Tony Khan sometimes does this where he takes them off TV because he knows that they're leaving for like a different promotion or something, and they run up the contract, and then he'll show up in WWE. But who knows? I mean, it could be a swerve. Who knows?